God, of course you fucking did. I should have seen that.
You started it off recording. Had to go through. Had to follow through.
I mean, no, you really didn't, but hey, it is what fucking is what it is.
And anyways, do you want to go ahead and fill these people in on where we're at here?
Man, dude, you think I really remember any fucking? It's not like we recorded.
You don't even remember the name of our show.
Oh yeah, it was Dr. Kaczynski. Oh wait, he wasn't a doctor, or actually, he was a doctor. He just didn't have credentials.
All right, well, this is the dumbest podcast on your desk. I'm Clayton Kegg, and this
I'm
is
Manny McDoucherson, and we are.
Give me props.
Oh God, how far are we in this? Are we at number 4?
Yeah, this is the 4th episode on Dr. Kevorkian.
I wonder if it won't let me. It won't let me check.
No.
Actually, it will let me check. I just gotta.
No, I promise you, this is the 4th episode of it.
Oh, you wrote it down?
Yes, I did.
Oh Lord Jesus, he actually did something right.
I knew I would forget if I didn't.
Oh yeah, you're right. Dr. Death, Dr. Death, Dr. Death. Yeah, got to get that out real quick.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be more of it. There will be more of it.
Well, it's like two sides. It's two sides of Dr. Kevorkian. Especially, we're really past the point where I really should have said this, but there's two sides of Dr. Kevorkian: being known as Dr. Death, and also being known as what's wrong with these Negroes' kidneys. It's like, for real. There's a lot of black people in jail when he was. I actually surprised that this is coming back to me now. But Dr. Death himself was the man who wanted to use inmates' organs who are on death row. It's like, they're gonna die anyway. Why don't we have them die in a way to where we can use their organs? They said no, and it's just like, what's wrong with this Negro's kidneys? What's wrong with this Negro liver?
So you're telling me because he's an inmate that's unusable? Did he really do something that bad?
Like, no, it's because even at that time, most of the inmates were black, and it was just like, yeah. I mean, highly doubtful that most of the inmates on death row were black, but definitely, it's like, even now, most of the inmates that are probably on death row are probably white. I mean,
yeah, I'll give it to you. Probably.
Yeah,
you're probably not far off.
Yeah, but most of the prison population is definitely fucking someone of fucking color.
Absolutely. I definitely would agree with that.
It's like, there we go. This is the podcast you want to come to tear down the fucking prison industrial complex.
Well, I mean, it's not that hard to do. I mean, the people have made it pretty easy.
But to tear down the complex? Or
to not only tear it down, I mean, just like make fun of the walls in between.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Reagan smash. Reagan smash.
Oh, God.
It's like, he does that every now and again. He'll tire himself out.
Also a great episode.
Oh, Jesus.
So moving on with Dr. Kevorkian.
Thank God, because I got a million of them.
I know you do.
Just like this.
We could actually do an entire episode of shows like that.
Dude, just of random sayings that we just remember from fucking Futurama, Family Guy. Futurama came first because it began with an F.
Yes.
Futurama, Family Guy. Well, you more on South Park than me.
Oh, yeah. I got a bunch on South Park.
Yeah, the only thing that I got is Timmy! Timmy! That's really all I got in the movie.
There's The Simpsons. There's American Dad. Robot Chicken. Yeah, I mean, we could go on. The list goes on. We even got some moral oral stuff we could talk about.
Oh, God, I brought up moral oral sometime recently at work. Let's not get into that.
No, let's get back to Kevorkian.
Yes. Because I will derail this conversation so fucking goddamn far.
Already happening.
At least it's early.
It is. It'll happen again. So, December 22nd, 2005, Kevorkian was denied for parole. It seemed to be basically unanimous as far as his denial.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we left off him being in It's the early days of him being in court.
Yeah, where we left off was he was telling MSNBC that if he were to be paroled, he would not pursue his works in assisted suicide, but instead he would vigorously campaign to change the law related to his works.
Yes, that's right. Because I made some joke about vigorously. It's
Yes,
kind
you
of
did.
starting to come back to me.
Yes, you did. The joke itself was vigorous too.
There's only one way to do it.
You're damn right. So the decision was basically based off of a 7-2 vote. Like I said, it was almost unanimous. Not quite, but it was close.
I mean, that really depends on your definition of close at that point.
Well, I mean, out of 9, 7 of them were like, no.
That's still 5 away, though.
I mean, it was still, well, in a situation like that for what he's in prison for, that was...
Oh, okay. I kind of give you...
That was definitely close.
I would, dude, like, just like blackish, I'll give you close-ish.
I'll take it, ish.
I deserve that. I deserve that. I'm not saying that I didn't. I deserve it.
May 2006, he appealed for a pardon based on the fact that he was terminally ill with hepatitis C and was said to only have a year left to live. Now, this is where something comes back from his past that I know I mentioned early on.
That I do not remember.
I'm sure you don't, but maybe our listeners do, and if not, they're probably kind of like us and don't.
Hey, binge Dr. Death. Binge Dr. Death. Binge Dr. Death.
But early on in his career, he was messing around with blood transfusions. He originally started doing them on himself. And that's kind of how he got kind of good with it. But at the same time, that's where he ended up. I don't know if it was actually confirmed 100%, but more than likely that's where he contracted it, the hepatitis C from.
Bill was on a first name basis.
So, Kevorkian contracted this disease while doing, as I just said, research on blood transfusions back in the 60s. June 1st, 2007, Kevorkian was again called before the parole board, but this time he is actually granted parole, of course, under the conditions he would not help anyone else die or provide care for anyone older. This is what gets me. He is not to care for anyone older than 62 or disabled. Another condition was he was strictly forbidden commencing on his assisted suicide procedures, which he obviously agreed to, but I don't understand. So you're basically saying he could care for people that were younger than 62 or wasn't disabled? I mean, it was kind of confusing the way they worded it.
Yeah, because it confused the shit out of me the way that you were trying
because I kept trying to change it to sound right in my head because, like, even though I wrote this down the way it was in here, I did the same thing when I was trying to write it down. Like, I was trying to make sense of it as I'm writing it down, going, this just makes no sense. The way they fucking wrote this makes no goddamn sense.
So he's not supposed to care for anybody, not care for anybody over 62.
Or disabled.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, I see. It's he's not supposed to be able to perform any medical practices or actions.
But the way they worded it made it complicated.
Yeah, they did.
Which they should have just been like, look, you cannot fucking help anybody in any fucking way. You don't have a fucking license.
Yeah, but there would be one loophole with that, and that main loophole is like, I got recommendations. It's like, I'm not your doctor, but I can make suggestions.
Well, I mean, I still feel like that would have been okay. And
it would have been, for real.
No, it would have been. I mean, because, like, he can at least say, look, you can go to this guy. You know what I mean? I feel like they would probably not have known, to be fair. And they probably wouldn't have cared at that point, as long as it wasn't him physically doing anything.
He would have said, in my non-medical opinion, you should kill yourself.
Dr. Death. But he did say his ultimate goal and focus was on getting states to change their laws on assisted suicides, which he did say to MSNBC. I believe it was a few years back. 2 years, actually. 2 years prior to this.
I mean, assisted suicides have been happening since the 80s at that point. and not even anything dealing with Dr. Kevorkian or the fucking the United States I mentioned it, a prison industrial complex, but just in general in the streets with fucking heroin overdoses happening all the fucking goddamn time.
I mean, the drugs, always the drugs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
no
even
doubt.
like today, there's assisted suicides happening today, but it's fentanyl more than anything.
So leading up to his release, he had spent 8 years and 2.5 months in prison, and he was on parole for 2 years.
Where did you say he ended up in prison? For some strange reason, I'm thinking you said he ended up in Westville, or there was...
No, Coldwater, which was in Michigan.
Oh, okay, that's right. Right. It was in the general area.
Yeah,
okay.
he went to the shrinkage.
Oh, yeah. yeah, that's right.
So, he was in there for 8 years, 2.5 months, and then paroled for 2 years. Kevorkian did make a statement after his release that said, "My aim in helping the patient was not to cause death. My aim was to end suffering. It's got to be decriminalized." And this statement, he strongly stood by, obviously. I mean, because he's still, no matter what, even in his time in prison, he was always talking about how, helping people that were sick and terminally ill to help die with dignity, because he always referred to it as a dignified death.
Yeah.
Which, I can kind of see it. And again, in many ways, I agree with this guy and everything he did. I mean, it's not like he went around just like, "Oh, you got a paper cut, let me kill you." You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't like being stupid about it. You know what I mean?
No, what you meant to say is like, "Oh, you got a paper cut. Euthanasia."
I was trying to avoid it because I knew it was coming back.
You shouldn't have fucking said that phrase to begin with. You knew I was bringing that back.
Yeah. And, didn't take you long.
Not at all. Hey,
There you go.
not even 15 fucking minutes. Got it right out there.
Oh, man. So after his release, he wasted no time in his fight to change the laws. He lectured at universities such as University of Florida, the University of California, and Nova Southeastern University. His lectures did obviously include euthanasia, but also included, and that's another reason why I was trying to avoid it, because I knew it was coming up. I knew it.
All right.
But also included topics of tyranny and the criminal justice system, politics, the Ninth Amendment, which for those that don't know, the Ninth Amendment addresses rights retained by the people that are not specifically enumerated in the Constitution. It's part of the Bill of Rights. Enumerated basically are legal inferred laws, or from other laws, my bad.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Inferred from other laws. And so basically our implied rights, natural rights, background rights, and fundamental rights. Kevorkian also went on Fox News to discuss health care reforms on September 2nd, 2009. Whew, that was a lot.
Yes, it was. I had a lot of thoughts in the middle of that, and only one that stood out. And it's say something for the record. Tell the people what you feel. Fuck the record and fuck the people.
But no, so this brings up another interesting thing, which I think I did kind of graze over without mentioning. But part of his whole other terms was he technically wasn't even supposed to be talking about euthanasia. So
yeah,
I think I did skip that part.
You did.
But that was another part of his terms, which he was not supposed to be even talking about euthanasia. And what does he immediately fucking do? He immediately goes out there, puts up his middle finger and says, "Euthanasia, bitch." You know what I mean?
Euthanasia makes you kill your dad.
But only if he has like AIDS or something,
Well, in 2007, 2009, AIDS wasn't as much of a death sentence as it was in the fucking 80s and 90s.
No, you're right about that. You're right. I just thought it would be funny to put in.
I'm not going to do it.
Oh, I seen the finger. I seen it. It was hovering. It was hovering.
Yeah, I wanted to. Like no money for actually, you know what? Money for AIDS, not being the death sentence.
well, we both kind of win there. So, April 15th and 16th in 2010, Kevorkian appeared on Anderson Cooper 360 degrees, and Cooper asked, "So are you saying doctors play God all the time?"
You're fucking damn right they do.
Yeah, absolutely. To which Kevorkian replied, "Of course. Anytime you interfere with the natural process, you are playing God." He is definitely not fucking wrong.
It's like, yes, every time a doctor prescribes Viagra or someone else to a dude with erectile dysfunction, but will refuse to offer a woman any type of fucking protection for them fucking selves, yeah, that's playing fucking God.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little bit biased, too, on top of that.
Oh, no.
Thank you. April 19, 2010, Kevorkian appeared on Your World on Fox News, in which he was interviewed alongside director Barry Levinson, Al Pacino, Susan Sarandon, John Goodman, who were a part of a movie about Kevorkian's life. Al Pacino portrayed Jack Kevorkian.
And John Goodman used to be a king.
At some point.
King Ralph.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, too bad we lost everybody under 25. It's like probably even 30 at that one. It's like a king. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no, as soon as they heard that, they're like, I don't know if this is for me. So,
moving on.
Absolutely. Kevorkian said that, let me go. Let me backtrack. So you got me all fucked up here.
Back it up.
Beep, beep, beep.
Wow. I didn't realize we had a wide load.
The widest, buddy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I hope not. Because I think the United States only allow like 68 inches.
Ooh, man, I better get that tape measure. So the movie itself was called You Don't Know Jack. The funny thing is, up until this research, I never even heard of the movie. Never even knew it existed. Still have not watched it, but I still intend on it because.
Have you found it yet?
I did find it, and now I don't remember where. I think it was on Tubi or something.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm planning on checking it out. Oh, no, you know what? It was Prime Video.
Oh, yeah.
I know. It ain't happening for you.
Oh, fuck no.
So they were interviewed by Neil Cavuto, I believe is how you say it, regarding said movie. Kevorkian. Yeah.
And you wrote this.
Hey, didn't say I could read.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't say I could read my own handwriting. It's not quite chicken scratch. It's better than my handwriting. I can say that much.
I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, I can't write cursive anymore.
Oh, yeah. I definitely, everything I write's in cursive.
Yeah, I bet.
I've never lost that. So,
like, I'm black. I don't need it.
You know, Manny there because there's just signs on the walls, just written out in scribble.
Yeah, either that or it was printed because typing was more important than fucking writing in cursive.
Fair enough. At any rate, Kevorkian had this to say about the movie. The film brings tears to my eyes.
Because of how much it sucks so bad. All right, no, I'm joking.
I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
I haven't
really
watched
joking.
it, so if it does, I'm sorry for anybody that turned it on. If it doesn't, well, then, all right, good for it.
It can't be any worse than...
Are you going to mention it?
It can't be any worse than Star Crash.
Oh, I thought you were mentioning a different movie.
No, I haven't seen it all the way, so I can't...
I think you've seen enough to know.
No, but Star Crash is much fun as like the beginning of it is to watch. I would tell you right now, for some strange reason, about the time or a little bit after David Hasselhoff ends up in the fucking movie is when it really actually starts going downhill. I don't fucking know why.
Was this around the time when he was found on the bathroom floor eating a cheeseburger while drunk as fuck?
Oh no, this was
Before?
This was way before.
Okay.
This was before Knight Rider before.
Oh wow, so the downward spiral started that early.
I don't know. I think all started in Germany, but we'll just leave that one right there.
Well, he did come to the United States for some reason.
It's like, oh, he came in the United States and Germany. Let's just make that perfectly clear. He came in both countries a lot.
I'm sure he did.
Woo!
Child support and all.
I don't know if it was as bad as Will Chamberlain though. Yeah, I know.
Or Nick Cannon.
Ooh,
and he's
Nick
from here.
Yeah. Oh, dude. You know what? No, I'm going to stop right there. Because we're going to keep talking about fucking celebrities with fucking kids. And the last time I remember that wide receiver was talking about his kids, he was up to 14. Yeah, that motherfucker.
God, yes.
And
Moving on.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, that's
we can spend a whole episode just on that guy alone.
Oh my God.
Somebody needs to slow his sperm down.
No, he just needs to stop stroking.
So again, he says about the film brings tears to my eyes, and I lived through it. Pacino received an Emmy and a Golden Globe for his portrayal as he did get these awards. He personally thanked Kevorkian, and Kevorkian even walked the red carpet with him.
Dude, this is the second, maybe third time you told me that, and it's still a surprise to me that Al Pacino won more than one award for this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, and this is another reason why I'm surprised I haven't checked out the movie after finding out about it. And it was a 2010 movie. I've never even heard about it until this research. And obviously he did pretty good. And honestly, I think Pacino's a good actor. I mean, honestly.
Dude, we're going to have to... like me, you, and Miss Keg get to fucking together and watch this fucking goddamn movie somehow. Man. Like whether if you gotta like put your shit in here and fucking delete it or something.
Definitely make that happen.
Fuck yeah. Like the three of us should really fucking get together and fucking have some drinks and watch this movie.
No, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, and at the same time try not to shit on it the whole time. The whole time it's just like, really, dude?
And you got an award for this?
You know what? Hey, that might be possible.
It might be. I mean, who knows?
All right.
Something to note, but I'm not going to go deep into this. Just coming full circle back around to some more political shit. Go ahead with it. March 12, 2008, Kevorkian threw his hat in for the U.S. Congress to represent Michigan's 9th District. And money for him regardless. And he ran independently, though he ultimately lost, but he did accrue a vote total of 8,987, which put him third in the running summary. Which, running independently for anything
and coming
in third with that kind of high tally, that's impressive on its own because independent runners are usually the bottom of the barrel regardless.
Yeah.
So that's impressive on its own. He should still count it as some kind of victory, to be fair.
Yeah, that's why old man from Jersey, he ended up moving to, Bernie Sanders. That's why he went from being Sanders. Yeah, that's why he went from independent to whatever the fuck that party is. I'm partially big on the political bullshit, but I can't remember what fucking party he's a part of. Wow. But don't email us about it because it's not that serious. We don't fucking care.
I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not political. Don't get me wrong. There are political things I do know about. I'm sure there's way more I don't know about, but I don't consider myself political. That's why I did not want to really put in the politics into this story, even though it was kind of a big thing in the beginning of the story and right about now in the story. It did come up a few times.
Yeah, politics is a euphemism for his penis when he was writing this down.
It was like, everywhere.
It came up a couple of times. Woo!
You have no idea. I was like, oh, Kevorkian. Yeah, Dr. Death.
My God.
May 18, 2011, Kevorkian was hospitalized for kidney and pneumonia.
The kidney issue is probably from the hepatitis because I think it affects the...
It does, absolutely.
Yeah, it affects the kidneys pretty bad.
He had been struggling with kidney problems for years, presumably due to his hep C.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it was coming up. Kevorkian's fight sadly came to an end on June 3rd, 2011. He died from...
Oh, no shit. That's right around my goddamn birthday.
Yeah.
Did I mention that the last time you...
You did, actually.
Did I really?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
he died from thrombosis, which is basically a blood clot issue.
From eating too much stromboli.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possible, but those things are so fucking good.
From the right place, it is really good. And dude, if you fucking put some pepper jack cheese on the top of that bitch,
yeah.
God, I would love for somebody. You know what? If you're out there and you want to make me some stromboli with some pepper jack cheese on top, don't. Because I don't know what the fuck you're gonna put in that shit.
I mean, there has been some strange events happening with food and poisoning of some sort, especially when it comes to fans or people that just hate you in general.
Yep.
Kevorkian had died just 8 days after his 83rd birthday at William Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak, Michigan.
Oh, no shit. He was a Gemini also?
Apparently.
Gemini for life or until death.
I mean, hey, that would be for life. I mean.
Yeah, it was a Gemini for life. No shit.
And he was laid to rest in Whitechapel Memorial Park Cemetery in Troy, Michigan.
How white was it?
It was white enough that you can't miss it. Surprisingly, Judge Thomas Jackson, who was the judge that presided over Kevorkian's first murder trial back in 1994, expressed his sorrow over Kevorkian's death. He also stated that the 1994 case was brought under a badly written law that was aimed straight at Kevorkian.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, how could it not be? I mean, he was the first of his kind doing anything like this, to be fair.
Yeah.
At least documented-wise.
Yeah.
Jackson also said he did attempt to give Kevorkian the best trial possible, but again, I mean, with everything aimed straight at Kevorkian because first of its kind, of course they're going to try to make an example out of you.
Oh, yeah.
So...
That's what they do to black folks all the time.
I mean, Kevorkian probably felt very black in this moment.
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
Didn't think you would.
Yeah.
Kevorkian's ex-lawyer had stated in 1990, which I still think he's dumb as hell for getting rid of that guy early on.
Yeah.
Dr. Kevorkian didn't seek out history, but he did make history. And I personally agree he did. And that's me saying this, not the lawyer. The lawyer was done.
he made history one euthanasia at a time.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to euthanize somebody to get in that history book.
Euthanasia makes you kill your aunt.
Makes me wonder if he did ever practice on family members. Did not come up in my research, but does make me wonder.
Or definitely with animals at some point. Well, I wouldn't say definitely.
And again, the animal thing, I'm surprised did not come up.
Yeah,
because I really expected it to. In fact, I mean, that was one of the first things I thought about this guy was I guarantee you he was killing animals as a kid.
Like he never shot a bird in the face with a buckshot, and because it was injured, just like, well, you're never gonna fly again. Pow!
Well, now that I shot you in the face and you can't do nothing, let's euthanize you. But no, I mean, I'm surprised it did not come up in all the research. I really expected it to.
Yeah, for sure.
But I almost still feel like he probably did. It was never documented as far as what I've seen. Feiger went on to say, which was Kevorkian's lawyer, for those that forgot.
I sure shit did.
Oh, I know you did.
Mm-hmm.
Feiger went on to say Kevorkian revolutionized the, what was this that I'd put here?
I'm assuming there's going to be some editing right around this point, so Manny, be on the lookout to edit this out.
Please do. But anyways, he revolutionized the euthanasia process by working to help people end their own suffering because he believed physicians are responsible for alleviating the suffering of their patients, even if that means allowing them to die. It does sound rough to hear, but at the same time, with things with things like cancer, in which there seems to be no cure, I would, depending on the case, even agree with Alzheimer's disease and even some cases of stroke patients. I can see being plausible reason you may want to seek these kinds of services. And before Dr. Death, I was waiting.
We'll
the moment has passed.
Yeah.
There was no services like this. But because of Dr. Kevorkian, there is in fact help for situations that there may be no hope for. At least in 11 states, there are suicide doctors now. In 11 states that are legal. But I did notice...
Is Indiana one of them?
It is not.
Is Illinois one of them?
It is not.
Okay, there's only only 3 more states to go.
And I can assume the 3 that you're probably thinking of no.
Oh,
yeah. You got to go a little ways.
Let me guess, further south or further east? No, further west, I meant.
Both.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Of course, the south would fucking have it.
Okay, with that in mind, 3. All 3.
Christ. And I'm not talking about the Latter-day Saints either.
I didn't think you would. These states do, in fact, have assisted suicide. Washington, Oregon, California, Colorado, Hawaii, Maine, Montana, New Jersey, New Mexico, District of Columbia. I will say, I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, Montana is the only state that it's only legal by going through the court system.
Oh, you have to go through the court system first?
Yes, the court has to deem it necessary.
I feel like they're doing that just to get fucking court costs to put more money in the fucking court system.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It's just like, seriously, it's like, why do we have to pay you court costs and pay a fucking lawyer to have all this fucking bullshit done? It seems unnecessary.
Yeah, no, I firmly agree with what you're saying, and I do believe that's definitely the case.
Hey,
I mean,
you ever want to assist in my
I've been to Montana. There's not a lot going on out there.
Right. It's like, if you ever want to assist in my suicide, just go get the gun for me.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't need you to pull the trigger. I'll do it my damn self.
I'll write out a note just in case you do want to pull the trigger. I'll write a note, sign it, say I said it's okay. He's good.
My God, that sounded so bad for some reason. You know what?
Sounds good.
It does now.
But that being said, none of this would even be a thought, let alone a possibility, without Dr. Jack Kevorkian. And just so everyone knows, there's a lot I left out, and all of it was fascinating. I did leave out a lot about his family.
Because they probably sucked.
Well, I mean, they definitely ran away from the whole
the Dr.
Ottoman Empire.
Oh,
at the time.
Yeah.
So they fled that situation.
It's like we don't talk about the past.
I'm sure they don't, or they didn't. I mean, they definitely don't anymore.
It's like, I have no idea how someone from the Ottoman Empire would sound like, but for some strange reason, I feel like they would be like Persian or something.
I mean, they were from the Turkey area. What we know today as Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and they took over parts of Asia, and they had a big empire, man. They expanded a lot.
Did they sound like me? Love you long time.
You know.
Oh, they probably didn't make it that far.
I mean, they did have harems, in their palaces and stuff. So I mean, they did love them long time. But that's because they had to.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
But no, I left out a bunch of the family stuff. I left out obviously a bunch of the politics, which I did mention. So there was a lot of other fascinating facts that I did leave out. There was a little bit more about his music career, his artwork. I did leave out.
Yeah, this ended up being long enough as it is.
Dr. Death truly was one of a kind, no matter your thoughts of him and or what he believed in. Fact remains, he was a man that fought for his beliefs till the day he died and beyond, because even after death, his
Legacy.
Legacy. Hey, I'm not the only one that fucks up.
Yeah, you almost missed, but
I did.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, no, his legacy definitely lived past him, and
yeah, that Subaru Legacy is probably still out there today.
well, I'm sure his band. In fact, I know his band's still around. Dang it, who was it? There was somebody famous that bought his original band that he was originally doing his euthanasia shit in. It was the Zach dude from the ghost hunting show. Zach something. Now I can't. I'm drawing a blank.
Ghost hunting show?
Yeah.
I assume it's a like investigation discovery fucking thing or something.
I don't know. I forget. I have to look it up again. But
I never really watched too many of the ghost hunting shows. I watched a couple, but
he was actually the same guy that ended up buying that.
The Gary House on Carolina.
Tore it down. Yeah.
Oh,
that
okay.
guy. He bought Kevorkian's original band that he did his euthanasias in and put it in his own personal museum. So there's that.
Yeah, go have to keep a camera on at all times because you'll have some motherfucker like me just like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm about to go drop a deuce real quick. Just like give me a moment.
Going in there and finding somebody euthanized in that bitch. You know?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be diarrhea. It's gonna be everywhere.
So to conclude, that is Dr. Kevorkian.
Dr. Death. Dr. Death. Dr. Death. Wow.
Very unnecessary.
Fucking Kevorkian. Jesus Christ.
He was a definite interesting guy, man, for sure.
Way more interesting than I remember in the fucking goddamn 90s. I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, like I said, there was quite a bit I knew about him, but there was a lot more that I did not know going into this. Shocked the hell out of me for sure.
Also, with like a lot of the trials and whatnot early on, it's like we were too like. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, I can't say what the fuck you were watching. It's not like we were like, like buddy back in the 90s. We didn't even know each other existed then.
That's true.
But it's in the 90s, I sure shit wasn't watching shit about or keeping track of no fucking Dr. Kevorkian trial. I just remember all the jokes for the fucking damn near fucking
every comedian.
Yeah, it was like 10 plus years of fucking Dr. Kevorkian jokes, not fucking longer.
Oh, yeah. I did actually watch some of the trials back then when they were going on.
I kind of figured you would have.
No, I was always fascinated with shit like that, man. Always,
Yeah, because who knew he was going to end up in the system at some point?
Right. I mean, after beating it 4 times, like. No,
I was talking about you, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about him still. You know what? I'll give it to you. But no, absolutely. I did jot down some of my own notes. I'm like, hey, okay, if I do that, I can get rid of this. All right, cool. Never worked out for me.
Of course not. Because that skin tone just was not bright enough.
To be fair, I mean, he's technically from the Middle Eastern area. So he did have that golden brown skin. Kind of helped him out a little bit, I think. Because I was a little whiter for the Mexican I am.
Okay, you know what? I was going to just chalk that one up as a loss.
Yeah. Well, at any rate.
Yep.
I was always fascinated with that stuff, though, growing up. And so, yeah, I definitely did see some of the trials. And it was fun to kind of watch him, win the first few.
My God.
I was rooting for him. But, yeah, I don't know. You got anything else on your end?
My balls, your chin?
Oh, sounds like a Sunday show.
Yeah, except I'm busy Sunday.
Me too.
Now that I think about it, we'll be busy for the next 4 or 5 Sundays.
Yes, that is true.
That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about this episode. We're going on a hiatus.
Yeah,
because of me. It's all because of me because I got fucking I got audio shit to do for different events in July. And, we won't be recording for a while, which really doesn't matter because by the time y'all even hear this, it's going to be after I'm even done with all my audio stuff anyway. We're still working out the finer details of the early on process of this podcasting shit. And if you want notes on what to do to start your own podcast, you know what I say? Look that shit up on your own. That's what we had to do. Well, actually, that's not even I'm not even looking up anything. I'm just handling all the fucking audio, which is way more work than I fucking thought. Because it's just like, hey, we're recording for almost an hour or an hour plus, and then what do I got to do? Go back and listen to all of that same not garbage, but
way to sell the product.
Hey, you know what? I think I'm no, I'm not doing that well. But it's like I gotta go back and listen to fucking everything and still like edit out whatever we really don't want in it and all that stuff. So it takes a little bit more time for these episodes to really get out there than we want. So granted, some of the stories that we've already talked about even before this, which I have an idea to run with you about like stories and whatnot.
All right.
So you know what? This is actually going to be one of the shorter ones.
Yeah, I really thought we wouldn't make it through this as fast as we did. I was kind of surprised by that.
You know what? It's been a minute. How about we go ahead and do a douche of the week since we haven't done one recently?
Yes, absolutely. It has been a bit, and I am all for it. You got somebody good, I'm assuming.
Oh, dude, you've read through some of the garbage that I got here.
Yes. I mean, and I even sent you, I think, one or two. I know one for sure. I think I might have sent you two.
Yeah, I don't have that saved in my.
Oh yeah, I never did. I forgot to resend that.
You know what? To be honest, I almost wanted to do. Oh my! I read a headline that was. It was the one about the gooch.
No.
Yeah. Which we'll get it. Believe me.
That's got to be next episode. It's got to be.
We
have to do it.
It's gonna be coming up, definitely for sure. But yeah, we're definitely gonna get into this to this one about the gooch.
Well, while you're looking that up, let me go ahead and do a shameless plug here.
All right, I think I got one. Ooh. Yeah, I got one.
Okay,
but
right.
but go ahead and do your plug.
All right. Yeah. So then again, I mean, I'm hoping by the time this airs, this one will be up and running. But I am also doing a solo podcast called Tapping the Keg with Clayton Keg.
Tap it
Good.
Like that keg is way too full. You gotta tap it. That keg is way too full. You gotta tap it.
I almost want to make that the intro song. We might have to do that.
Oh no. All right. We'll have to talk about that.
To be fair though, this show it's gonna have it's gonna have talks about like paranormal stuff, wrestling stuff, little bit of true crime stuff. I'm doing a little bit of everything. For those of you that didn't know, I think we brought it up earlier on in the show that I am a former wrestler. So I'll have more wrestling guests on my show. And I know that we do intend on having some more wrestling guests on this show as well.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All the fuckery we're going to get into with that.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be one of the moments we might actually have to relocate to the fucking living room. But it'll be fucking worth it, though.
It definitely will be, yes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to plug that. And again, hopefully by the time this airs, that show will already be all uploaded and ready to go. And on to the douche of the week.
All right. So the douche of the week. If I should have scrolled through this. Okay, yeah, it's really short.
That's what she said.
One of the fucking comments was really, really fucking funny. All right, so this one is going to be really short. The douche of the week is this fucking douchebag who called C-SPAN complaining about how I haven't heard any black person say thank you to white men. And this is a white person who called C-SPAN on Juneteenth. Now, if you were watching C-SPAN on Juneteenth or whenever the fuck this fucking douche canoe fucking did this, I highly recommend you email us at yourstories@gmail.com, and I will. And by the time this fucking episode comes out, I will make sure to have that fucking email ready, because if you have heard this fucking asshole, I'm assuming this person is a man. There could possibly be a woman.
It would have to be a man. It's got to be.
So it's a short story. It's a Texas, of course, Texas. Should have seen that coming. A Texas Republican demanded gratitude from...
Oh, and a Republican? Ooh.
Yeah, should have seen... Yeah, Texas and Republican. Wow.
Mind blown.
I don't know about all that. But if your mind was blown, then
complete sarcasm, man.
From black Americans because white people participated in ending slavery in the United States. During a C-SPAN call-in program celebrating Juneteenth, a Republican caller from Texas named Dave, okay, apparently there is a name, fake as fuck.
Probably.
I'm like, how many Daves do you know that actually their name isn't Dave?
Oh, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's Dave 1, Dave 2.
Right. Right. Dave Douche, Dave Canoe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Named Dave blames slavery on Democrats, which is not like if see, it's been a while since I've actually gotten down into the politics of back then, but there was some time period where the Republicans were actually on the side of anti-slavery, but it was it's like in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't a large period of time.
So here's my thing, and this goes beyond my knowledge of anything that has to do with politics. But was Abe Lincoln Democratic?
I don't think so. I think he was a Republican.
Okay, so then that does make sense with what you're saying as far. Okay.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Goes beyond my knowledge. That's why I figured I would ask. I'm not 100% on that. So.
You know what? No, that's right. Is your laptop connected to my internet?
Yeah. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that sooner. But continue while I do this.
Yeah. So Dave goes on to say, I have not heard one white Democrat apologize for slavery. I haven't heard any black person say thank you to over 300,000 white men who died to free those black slaves. I'm astonished, Dave the douche says. I realize we're focusing on slavery, but my descendants are from Scotland and Ireland. We never owned slaves. That we know of. And that's pretty much the end of the story. And the very first comment is really fucking funny. Caller was speaking the truth. A simple thank you to us would be in order. And it's just like, yeah. And also another simple thank you would be in order if, white people just quit assuming that every fucking black person that, I'm not saying all white people, but that white people quit assuming every black person they see is a fucking criminal or is up to no fucking good.
So, to answer that said question, he was a Republican, and in fact, he was the first Republican president.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize he was the first.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Go Lincoln.
I mean, I don't know about go Abe Lincoln, go Abe Lincoln, go Abe Lincoln, go. Of course, now we just lost everybody under 35. For sure. It's like, you know what? I almost said the name of the motherfucking cartoon. It's like, what is the point? Because
it took him back.
Dude, that's just going to bring up John Goodman again, because wasn't he in the movie?
Yeah, yes, he was. Yeah. Yes, he was. The first movie, that is.
There was more than...
There was
Are
another
you
movie.
Serious?
With two other characters that portrayed them, and
no.
It was terrible. At least it was salvageable with it was salvageable with Goodman.
Wait. You are seriously telling me that there were
and
two...
it was actually a prequel on top of that.
There was two Speed Racer movies and one was a prequel.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Okay, that's our show. It was... shout out to... what's the name of the band again? I almost said it's Escape the Paradigm, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Escape the Paradigm.
Because... they went by a different name before, and for some strange reason.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
I definitely seen you were about to use the old name. So
no, I was thinking Escape, but I was thinking that was the old name.
Oh no! It looked like you were about to go the other way with it. So go ahead.
I found my shirt, my old shirt of this. It's literally one of the only two fucking white shirts that I own. Is their old shirt when they were called Stone Thorn.
Yes,
and another fucking white shirt that I haven't
remember
fucking
that shirt too. That's a badass shirt, dude.
Yeah, I think it might literally be the only white shirt that I own if I can find it. I lost my fucking Hemlock shirt, and I'm very pissed off about that.
Shirt.
Yeah. This is getting off topic, but for real, man, my Hemlock shirt was a shit. It was the very, very first time I got to see. Actually, the very first time I got a chance to miss Hemlock live. But I saw this badass fucking metal shirt that had different McDonald's characters on it. On the front, committing suicide in different ways, and I thought it was so fucking goddamn funny. And on the back, it was like,
dude, that would have been fitting as hell if you would have wore that for the wrap up of Kevorkian.
yeah,
It would have been. It would have been fitting.
Yeah, if I knew where the fuck it was, because I wanted to wear it like
at
not
any
too
rate,
long
if
ago.
you don't know who Hemlock is, get educated. If you don't know who Escape the Paradigm is,
Get
educated.
Get educated.
These are two very, very phenomenal bands.
Fuck yes.
But we are only giving complete personal thanks to one of them today, and that's Escape the Paradigm.
Yes. Shout out to Escape the Paradigm for giving us our intro and exit, which I still need to get edited down to be able to add to the
And we are
show.
in. I don't know if I reminded you about this yet, but we are still in talks on getting them on the show.
Oh yes. That's right.
Hopefully, we could do that soon.
Yes.
I know they're doing tours right now, anyways. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, well, I want to give a shout out to the artist who is doing our artwork. But the problem is I do not know how to pronounce her last name properly, and until I send out this message sometime literally this weekend, which is. Doesn't matter what weekend this is. It's none of your fucking business when it is. Because whatever weekend it is whatever weekend or time period you're listening to it. But I need to know how to pronounce her last name properly before I give her a shout out. Also,
that seems fair. That seems fair.
Also, I haven't seen the artworget yet, so I really don't know what's going on. I
was going to ask you about this if it was done yet or not.
No, I don't know. I'm gonna get on that this weekend. But thanks for listening. Holla at us at your stories DPOYD at on your desk at gmail.com. And you know
we'll
what?
Get the hang of it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know it's not coming out as easy when I was like when I was half lit. Yeah. The first 3-4 episodes.
You were just flying it out there, man. And
yeah, that's because you deserved it.
I'm surprised there was a few times during this whole Kevorkian thing that I did not hear it, and I was expecting it, and you did not do it.
I've had some of them times. It's just like I'm just gonna let it go.
I was definitely expecting it though,
because I mean we really don't need to throw the email out there that hard, but at the same time we kind of do.
By the time they get to these episodes, they should already know it by then.
Yeah, and then at the same time we will have nobody reading them.
No, we will.
If you say so.
Well, we'll talk off air.
Yeah, no, we won't. All right. Thanks a lot for spending time with us. If you're from the region, full shout out to you if you're from the region. If you don't know what the region is, don't fucking care because you're not from the region. It's just like if you're not from New York and a person is doing a podcast from New York, they don't care where you're from. They only care that you listen and that you enjoy it. We enjoy making it. We hope you enjoy listening to it. We have fun. I hope y'all are having fun. And you know what? We out. Peace.
Later.